Hey there, I'm Joe Carter. If you've ever popped the hood and thought, where do I even start? You're in good company. Around here, we take the mystery out of car repair, one fix at a time. Whether you're a beginner or just looking to sharpen your skills, there's something here for you. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe if you're into learning without the headaches. All right, that's enough from me. Let's get into it.
The car does not accelerate sufficiently, and there is a significant overconsumption of fuel consumed. If the catalytic converter is completely removed from the exhaust system, then soon the gases in the muffler bank will burn through. The metal and a hole will form, so it is advisable to install a flame arrestor instead. About the advantages of a flame arrestor. A flame arrestor allows gases to be discharged outside almost without delay, so the car does not suffocate. Such a design solution does not have a detrimental effect on the engine. In addition, the flame arrestor, installed instead of a resonator, reduces the temperature of the exhaust gases. This device has a number of advantages. The car runs stably without loss of power and fuel consumption. Exhaust velocity and temperature are significantly reduced, noise level is reduced, runout is reduced. A catalytic converter installed in the exhaust system has one undeniable advantage. Unlike a flame arrestor, it provides the necessary level of oxidation of the exhaust. However, a flame arrestor installed instead of a resonator provides reduced exhaust energy and lowers its temperature. Design features. Its housing is of double construction, which can be made by yourself from heat-resistant stainless steel. The flame arrestor allows to effectively suppress the occurrence of vibrations. In addition, such a technical solution ensures that the exhaust is straight and there is no delay. Emerging vibrations, which are formed in the inner layer, are suppressed by the walls of the outer layer of the flame arrestor. How to make a flame arrestor with your own hands. Be sure to check the material for strength. Hold the sponges for a few minutes over the flame. For construction, use the one that after testing retained elasticity. To make a good flame arrestor on your own, you will need two steel pipes of different diameters, one of which should exactly match the exhaust pipe of the muffler. Stainless heat-resistant metal is not easy to find. In addition, this material is quite expensive, so instead of it we will use an old used muffler. To work will be required welding machine, metal brushes, a set of brushes, the same ones used for washing dishes. We start work with dismantling the car muffler, as we need to cut out the old catalytic converter. The smaller diameter pipe should be completely identical in size to the dismantled catalytic converter, since the flame arrestor will be installed instead of it in the future. The pipe of larger diameter should be shorter, about 5 to 6 centimeters, to make an indent on each side of 2.5 to 3 centimeters. Notches should be made on each side, as they will need to be bent and welded. Next, on the pipe with a smaller diameter, it is necessary to make holes. Each of them should be 3 millimeters in diameter, for which it is enough to pick up the appropriate drill bit. How to assemble a flame arrestor with your own hands. The large pipe should be 30 to 40 millimeters larger in diameter. After the holes are made around the circumference of the small pipe, it should be cleaned with a metal brush and inserted into the large pipe, strictly in the middle. The larger pipe should be placed with equal indentation on each side relative to the smaller one, and then bends should be made of the pre-cut parts and welded. The seams are also welded tightly. Next, turn the pipes around with the non-welded side facing you. You will need to put dishwashing brushes on the smaller pipe, after which they should be tightly tamped inside the formed cup. After this procedure, you need to bend the petals to the smaller pipe and weld them to it in the same way. Do not forget about the seams. Welding should be done carefully to avoid leaky joints. The finished flame arrestor should be thoroughly cleaned with a brush from dirt and rust, and then covered with silver paint. You can use cans. Now it's time to reassemble the old exhaust system. At the place where the catalytic converter was previously installed, it is necessary to weld the newly made flame arrestor. Then the exhaust system is installed in its original place. It will not be superfluous to treat its surface and cover it with a heat-resistant anti-corrosion compound. How to cheat the electronic oxygen sensor. It is known that a faulty catalytic converter will signal to the driver that the exhaust system is malfunctioning. This will be facilitated by the lambda probe oxygen sensor, which provides the appropriate signal to the machine ECU. One of the popular ways to solve this issue is to cheat the lambda probe, not to the detriment of the ECU. For this purpose, the so-called mechanical deceivers are used, the essence of which is to limit the incoming volume of gases to the sensitive element of the sensor. Of course, the volume of oxygen, its concentration, becomes much higher. To make such a deception, a special spacer is installed on the place where the catalytic converter and oxygen sensor, lambda probe, are installed. In this case, the second sensor is taken out at a certain distance from the catalytic converter. The essence of the deceiver's work is as follows: gas streams pass through its hole, losing their concentration and dispersing. The shifted lambda probe detects the saturation of oxygen in the exhaust stream, and, without noticing the deception, signals to the controller that everything is within normal limits. Flame arrestor device. Flame arrestor instead of a catalytic converter. Flame arrestor with own hands. In conclusion, creating a self-made flame arrestor for your car can be a rewarding project that enhances your vehicle's performance, while providing an alternative to a traditional catalytic converter. By following the detailed instructions and utilizing the provided drawings and videos, you can successfully craft and install this device with confidence. Remember to prioritize safety and ensure that your modifications comply with local regulations. Thank you for watching, and we hope this guide inspires you to take on your next automotive project.